Oh, that was right. A bit of echo on that.
Yeah, proper.
Oh, bear echo. Mate, she's looking alright, isn't she? Right, so welcome back to the channel, and in today's episode we're going to be doing a brake flush. So this procedure, it's not particularly just for a T4, but you could do this on any other vehicle. The only difference is with this one we have the hydraulic clutch. So I've already gone ahead, got a new slave cylinder, and that's all been changed, all bled up. So we are purely just going to be doing the brake flush. Now your brake flush should be done every 30,000 miles or every 2 years. Well, I've had the van about 4 years, done 10,000 miles or so, and not once have we flushed the fluids on the brakes. So we're going to get on with that today. So while you go watch that, I'm going to grab myself a beer. The joys of the fridge. So I'm going to sit back and relax and enjoy it. Do you want a beer? Yeah, then. They're in the fridge.
Oh mate, it's hot in here, isn't it? Fucking hell.
Well, I'll swap you that.
What are you saying?
Opened it.
Oh, thanks, mate. Wiki old.
Wiki old, do you remember going there? That was funny, that was. That was jokes. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use some WD-40 and go around, spray that on all the nipples, which I have already done, and I left that to soak in for a few minutes, as you can see there. Plenty of WD-40 just to help when it comes to undoing those nipples in a minute. And then right here you can see the Eezibleed kit. It's a great bit of kit actually. So you can see there how it's connected up. The bottle is currently empty, but I just wanted to test and make sure that there's no leaks. So this tyre has 10 psi pressure in it. Yeah, there's 10 psi in there. So we're just connecting it up. No air leaking. So I'm happy with that. I can now go ahead, disconnect it, and then fill that little bottle up with brake fluid. You can hear the air escaping there, so we know that that's a nice sealed unit. Awesome, right, I'll get this off and fill it up. Right, so I've gone ahead and filled up this Eezibleed bottle with brake fluid. So we filled that right up. I have about 2 litres of brake fluid here. So I've put in maybe about, I don't know how much it holds, maybe about 500, 600 millilitres it holds, maybe a little bit more, not sure. But yeah, so I filled that bottle up pretty much to the top, and then we've got to keep an eye on that, so we don't want that level in that bottle getting low and it's sucking air through. And also we need to start from the furthest point, which is that far passenger side wheel, and then the other rear wheel on the driver's side, and then we'll go to the front passenger wheel and the front driver's side. So you always bleed starting furthest away. Right, so we whack that on, no air leaks. So we're going to need an 11mm ring spanner, because that's the size that you're going to need. Simple as that, that's what goes over the nipple. And you're also going to need a bit of bleed off pipe and a bottle. So you put your ring spanner on, put a bit of pipe over the nipple, that pipe going into, I've got a glass coffee jar there, and I'm just going to crack this, beat my hand on the top, lovely, all that crap go everywhere, and then we just let it bleed, and keep going until the fluid comes through clean, and making sure that there's no air bubbles in here as well. So in between doing each of the 4 corners, in between each time I stop and top this fluid up, this bottle, to make sure that there's no fluid running out, and I also check the pressure. So I have had to add a cut the PSI each time in between each corner. So that's the 2 rears done, and now we're going to crack on with the 2 fronts. So the passenger side first and then the driver's side. So we'll connect that up and we'll go again. Happy days. Right, so there it is, job done. Happy days. Really impressed with that Eezibleed system. Really simple to use. The only issue is it does overfill your reservoir. So you're going to need to get a syringe and draw a little bit out just to lower that level. Yeah, apart from that, really easy system to use, really good, really impressed with that. And your fluid should be replaced every 2 years, I think it says. But obviously it's something that never gets done. I mean, I've had the van for years and never done it myself, so I'm glad I've finally done it. We used 1 litre of oil in total, and that's because I did bleed the clutch as well beforehand. So I've got a new slave cylinder and bled the clutch. There is 2 nipples for the clutch. Right, so here's the location of the top nipple, just there. So when I replaced the clutch slave cylinder, I also bled through, well, you have to bleed it anyway, so that's the top nipple, and then the bottom nipple is just down here. So again, like I said, I bled these first before doing the brakes. Look at that, that's terrible. Look how dirty that is. That is absolutely minging. Yeah, so like I said, I've used about 1 litre in total to flush it all out, and yeah, that's job done, isn't it? Happy days. All I've got to do now is take it for a spin and make sure it's all good. But the brakes feel nice and tight, so, you know, result, just lower that, put the cap on, and we'll go for a drive. Right, see you in a bit. Oh man, sweating one out. 28 degrees, 28 degrees. Got some fresh brake fluid as well after that brake flush. Very nice, does the job. To be fair, it's, you know, they're still pretty much the same. I mean, there was never an issue with the brakes anyway, so that was a bit tight. Ooh, there we go, T4 brakes, stopped just in time. Happy days. Anyway, thanks for watching, take care, stay safe, God bless.